there. So now that we're going to create some new batch posting to post any unposted transactions for January. So if we go into new batch posting, click next, and we're going to post all of these journals. Basically shows you what it's going to do through to the nominal. When I finish that, it's going to run the reports, show me exactly what it's done. Okay, we're now going to have a look at the chart of accounts. So if I go into the chart of accounts, there's different views we can have, but I actually want the trial balance view, and the filter will be this month against budget this month. I can amend the filter to see some of the other views that I've got. So I could see maybe year to date versus budget year to date, or period actual versus budget. There's a few different ones in there, or maybe this month versus financial year to date. Okay, we've also got an option in here to include the unposted transactions ahead of this month. So if I click that, then our figures will change because it's bringing in anything ahead of January. So even though transactions in February, March and onwards haven't been posted, we can still look at the chart of accounts as if them transactions have been posted. So if I drill down into the 4,000 nominal, which is our main sales nominal, so we can see here we've got a balance on that. If I double click it, it should take us into the account detail. Okay, so there's our account details, and I'm going to go into the budget tab for this, and we're going to amend some of the budget figures. So I'm going to enter a negative like so, and then click the icon, and it will split that amount equally over the periods. What I can also do, we created a budget split table earlier, so I can pick up my seasonal example budget split, and what that will do is it will take that figure there and basically split that evenly, well not evenly, split it across the periods as we dictated in our seasonal example. Okay, I'm going to go back to I'm going to just save that budget in there and go back to the chart of accounts. I'm going to look at 4001 this time. I can now go into budgets, and I can copy budget details from another nominal code. So I'm going to copy my budget details from my 4000 nominal code into my 4001. So it's a quick way of basically setting it up once and then just copying it over. I'm going to say OK to that, and now you'll see that I've got exactly the same budget details on my 4001 as I had on my 4000. I'm going to go again back to the chart of accounts and look at nominal 4002. Okay, again into the budgets tab, and this time I'm going to click the percentage allocation option here. Now we're going to put the budgeted amount per period as 200,000, and we're going to put 10% in there. If I don't put a percentage, it'll take that as an amount, so you can put either in there. So if I click OK on that, what it will do is take my original figure I keyed in and uplift that by 10% across each subsequent periods. Save that again, go back to the general view in chart of accounts, and what I want to do now is look at my dangerous profit and loss. So if I change the view to be my dangerous profit and loss, and I can view details for the sales by clicking the plus next to that, and I can see the sales within there, and I can drill down again to see the sales by nominal code within that group as well. So if I go back to here and change my filter to be year to date versus budget year to date, like so, we can see the differences between our two figures, between what we've actually done year to date and what we've actually put in the budget figure. Now if I click print from this chart of accounts page, it basically does a print of whatever view you have selected at the time. So that's how we print TBs, P&Ls, balance sheets, etc. Okay, so if I go back to here, just change this back to trial balance a second. I'm going to go and have a look at the 4,000 nominal again. Have a look at transaction history, and we can see all the journals that have hit this nominal. And basically we can drill down into the journal, we can drill down into the invoice, we can drill down into the customer. So we can drill down into a lot of the details from there. Now I'm going to just have a quick look at the business intelligence in here, and we can see things that are under or over our budgets, year to dates, and various other useful things that we've got in the business intelligence in the dashboard here. Okay, so we're going to now go ahead and do our month end for January. I'm just going to quickly try and just show a few of the sort of reports that you'd normally run. So we've just gone and had a look at chart of accounts and trial balance, but you'd probably run a trial balance and you'd probably want to print it out, so you can get a trial balance printed out like so. Also, we've already had a look, but we can also print out our dangerous profit and loss, and we can print our balance sheet for this month and year to date as well through here. I'll just have a look at the profit and loss, and then we can do our, maybe we want our period this month versus financial year to date, and we can print that off. All works a similar way really. Also, we'd want a debtors and a creditors list. Now for the debtors and creditors, we'd go into customer, and we go, probably the easiest way to go is into our overall age debt, and then from there we can print our debtors off. Okay, it's exactly the same for the creditors. We can go into age creditors from the supplier menu. The other thing we'd probably want to see is unreconciled transactions on the bank. So if we go into banking, switch dashboard to reports, in reports in here we should have an unreconciled transactions by bank account report. Okay, so this is going to print that out. We've also got filter criteria here, so maybe we only want to see it for one bank. So I'll just change that to in list. I'll just say, show me the ones for bank number 1. And then I'll try and print that out. Okay, so there's our report. That's all the unreconciled transactions on bank number 1. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do now is do a month end again to take us out of January into February. So again, process month end. Now, I think I might have put a journal in since I did that batch posting, so I can't remember if I did or not. If I did, it will not let me close the period. So again, like before, we've got all the reminders